Since its release in 2014, Star Citizen has come a long way. 2020 looks to be the biggest year yet for the franchise, and with Squadron 42 suspected for release this year as well, there's so much to talk about, including all of the bugs. So let's get into it, shall we? Creating a Better World is the title for 3.8. Creating a Better World was the idea behind 3.8, improving graphical fidelity, performance, adding new enjoyable gameplay features. But it also, whilst doing all of that, ended up being the most horrific experience in Star Citizen I've had to date. SOCS, or Server-Side Object Container Streaming, was introduced on the back end, something vital for the future of Star Citizen and the future of this massive space sim. But this back-end change did introduce a lot of issues on the forefront of the gameplay experience. Problems like guns not firing, missions not working, or just not spawning in the first place. There were so many small nagging things that this new patch introduced that were resolved in the past that it just stressed me out beyond belief. I didn't play this game at all over the Christmas holidays, and I felt bad for any new player that came to this game. Because, let's be honest, 3.8 was one of the biggest pushes from SIG yet. It brought a lot of new players to the game, but I bet you they didn't stick around for very long. It might sound like I'm just ripping on the game, which I guess it kind of does, but that's only because I love it to bits. This game to me has provided so much more than just a few hours of entertainment. It's connected me to hundreds of people I never thought I would connect with. It's provided me with experiences I never thought I'd have and feelings I never thought I would share with others in a game, let alone in real life. This game provides you with moments unlike anything else I've ever experienced before in any other game. This game is unique in the way that it delivers those experiences with the highest levels of fidelity around, and it's just a shame that they're spoiled by simple issues. Now, there are a lot of new things with 3.8, one of them being the 890 jump mission. I did finally get one of these to work, and boy, was it a lot of fun when, it worked as intended. I was flying fixed, mostly, in my Buccaneer, a ship that I hadn't flown a lot previously in other patches, because I could. SOCS and server-side container streaming enabled me to use fixed more smoothly. The new implementation of ESP and the look-ahead mechanic meant that I could stay on target for longer without relying on auto gimbals. If you're not familiar with the 890 jump mission, the objective is to clear the 890 of hostiles and halt a data transmission. This data transmission needs to be halted before the timer runs out, but finding where that data transmission is taking place is one of the challenges, and sometimes this poor thing doesn't even load. It doesn't spawn in, it doesn't work as intended. Just like guns, there are lots of small details that make missions a lot harder. Luckily, in 3.8, we've got the new takedown mechanic, a feature implemented from Squadron 42. It allows us to disable enemies using melee combat, also a new feature with 3.8. Lucky for me, in this 890 mission, the panel did exist, and worked as intended, halting the data transmission and allowing me to progress with the mission and clearing the ship of enemy hostiles. Sadly, however, still, I could not find a gun that worked. I thought I could maybe take guns off of the dead bodies, but that seemed not to work if I used the takedown mechanic. So, instead, I decided to flex my muscles a little bit and hack and slash my way to the enemies. This AI, sadly for him, did have a working gun, it seemed. So, after cutting him up a bit, I equipped his weapon, meds it up, and decided to fire back on the rest of the crew. This small window, or glimpse, into what this 3.8 patch could have been, really allowed me to be excited once again for the future of Star Citizen. Although there are a lot of bugs in this patch, and although the workarounds barely ever work, when things do fall in line and elements of the game work cohesively as intended, it makes you forget all of the other aforementioned problems. It makes you forget that this early alpha game is just that, early alpha. No one else is trying to do what SIG are trying to do. And with the game looking as beautiful as it does, even if that beautiful immersion is ruined by a crotch in the face, you know that wherever you go in this world, whether that be to your local bar, to speak to an NPC mission giver who is so rude he won't talk back to you, you know that wherever you go, you will look beautiful. Luckily for me, NPCs not talking to me is just like real life, so it wasn't much to overcome. Sometimes this game makes you forget. It makes you forget all of its problems and its weaknesses. It makes you feel elated and delighted to play it. It looks incredible. It makes you feel powerful. The ships are so unique that they have their own manufacturers and their own design ethics and styles, and their own unique problems. All provide you with an experience and an immersion level unfelt anywhere else. So, you know, it was easy to forget that when I was shooting at this turret and it wasn't firing back, that I was supposed to be doing a mission, not just taking cinematic shots for this YouTube video. Or when I flew through a debris field and magically lost a wing to seemingly nothing. It was easy to forget that this wasn't just a cinematic experience, but it was also a game. And just like any game, you need to play it, right? So, should you? I mean, like I said earlier in the video, it depends on who you are. If you're new to the game, you probably shouldn't be playing 3.8. It's too much hassle. There's a lot of workarounds you're going to have to do if you want to enjoy any modicum of experience the game actually should provide you with. But if you know those workarounds, and you can bring someone new to the game, you should do that. If you know people who are interested in the title and you know you can help them, then please bring them to this game. I promise you they will not be saddened by their experience, they will just be annoyed by it. This game is too good and too fantastic not to play. And with 2020 set to be the biggest year yet, and with the Carrack just around the corner, there is so much that this game has to offer that you just can't miss out. Doesn't mean that you should spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds though, especially not now. Not the way it's running now. Thank you all so much for watching and listening to this video of mine. This is the first one on my channel about Star Citizen, and the first of many to come. I'm a streamer at heart, twitch.tv/StewieMeister if you want to come watch me live. But what I wanted to say at the end of this video is I'm actually doing a giveaway to thank those of you who are subscribed and who have come to support me over the past few months. I'm giving away an Avenger Titan. A separate video will be up on the channel soon about that, so please stay tuned, subscribe, and hit that like button for more information coming soon. Thank you.